We got to check in on our social life. It has been buzzing all day. Now, Pete, Sauce Gardner, Pro Bowler, All-Pro, rookie. He says, hey, Aaron Rodgers, I promise if you become a Jet, I won't pick you off in practice, and I'll burn the cheese head. For context, Sauce Gardner wore cheese head after the Jets beat the Packers in Lambeau. Breece Hall, rookie freshman beast last year. Don't mind me, just manifesting at Aaron Rodgers. I get it. Aaron Rodgers, he is being hotly pursued by the Jets, and he said that he's open. But, Joy, the real question is this, and you brought this up in the pre-show meeting. The only reason you acquire Aaron Rodgers is to compete to win a Super Bowl. You don't just do it for kicks and giggles. Mm-hmm. So would Aaron Rodgers make the Jets Super Bowl contenders? What happened? What'd I do?
That was a good slip for TV. Kicks and giggles.
Kicks and giggles.
Yeah, that was a good one. I never heard that one before. I heard the other version. I before. I don't want to derail anything.
You know.
Yeah. The non-television version.
I thought of it. Ding, ding.
I don't think that if he makes them Super Bowl contenders. I don't. I think he makes them gets them to the playoffs. Maybe they win a playoff game. Aaron Rodgers likes to win like one playoff game every once in a while.
That's true.
Like one. So, yeah, I think he puts them in that space. He's obviously better than what they have. And once again, all that talk about, we still have faith in Zach Wilson. No, they don't. No, not the rest of the team. They don't. No, they tweeting at Aaron Rodgers. This is tampering, okay? They're tweeting at Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. They are ready. And I think the locker room was ready. They think they want an upgrade. Obviously, they want an upgrade at quarterback, and that's really what we felt was missing, and it obviously was. Quarterback play hampered the Jets season. It was bad, and he would be an upgrade there. But look, Aaron Rodgers ain't been the same since Davante Adams walked out the door. And while they do have great options in New York, Davante Adams is not there. It's not a Davante Adams option there. And we'll see how this all gets put together. Keep in mind, this is a pretty decent division. The Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen are still there. Mm-hmm. If Tua is healthy again with the Dolphins, they don't lose. See what the Patriots do. They usually steal a game from somebody throughout the season. Mm-hmm. But if you're not going to a place where you just get to walk through the Chicago Bears and the Lions and occasionally kick around the Vikings every single year, this is a different division. And I don't know that it's going to be that easy.
2-5. I see you highlighting, big dog. Would Aaron Rodgers make the Jets Super Bowl contenders?
I think so, right? I totally disagree with Joy, which we rarely do. But you talked about the AFC East. Mm-hmm. I think they can win that division. Let's think about it for a second. Without Aaron Rodgers and just having a player at quarterback.
A player.
Right, because Zach Wilson didn't do anything. They lost to the Patriots in a must-win game, 3-9. Mm-hmm. On the last possession was a punt return to the crib. It was 3-3 the whole game. That was a must-win game. Yep. Okay, and they did beat Josh Allen with no help at quarterback, with no help on offense. So you bring Aaron Rodgers in there. Now, I will say this, Aaron Rodgers is not the same Aaron Rodgers of the back-to-back MVPs, the first A-Rod, them years is over with. But he's serviceable, he's solid. I mean, it is Aaron Rodgers. He is a Hall of Famer. I think he still has something in the tank. And the thing is, I feel like with the Packers, he has so much to do. Like it was riding on his shoulders. Where with the Jets, let's not forget that they had two rookies. Garrett Wilson and Sauce Gardner both win Rookie of the Year, the offensive defense. Yep. Okay, so now, hold on. So now you're going in your second year. Your second year is your biggest jump with development.
Yes, sir.
So now these dudes they already was all pros and Pro Bowlers. Now they ballers now.
Yep.
Okay, that's one. And then Breece Hall, who's a beast. So you take that Packers team to the Jets team. They have a solid head coach. Coach Saleh is not going to let Aaron Rodgers come in there and disrespect or disrupt that team. Mm-hmm. Offensive defense. I think they run the ball very well. They have some playmakers on the outside. And then the defense. They're not losing nobody on defense.
Nope.
You put Aaron Rodgers with that Jets team, that's going to be scary.
Forgive me. Remind me, didn't Aaron Rodgers, wasn't he in a must-win situation to get to the playoffs?
Yeah, he did.
How do you do?
They lost. Detroit Lions beat them.
I'm fully with Joy. This is such a New York thing to do, right? Isn't it?
It's kind of a Packers quarterback thing to do, too.
Yeah.
Time is a flat circle.
Yeah, true. Exactly. I don't see how you suddenly make a Super Bowl contender out of the New York Jets just because you're adding Aaron Rodgers. Did not the Green Bay Packers think that they were Super Bowl contenders last year with Aaron Rodgers? I mean, at least in their minds, they did, right? Two ways to go here. Number one, are the Jets really that much better than
As a team, you're saying? As a team?
As a whole, as a team.
Good point.
Defense is better. Running game isn't better. Offensive line certainly is not better. Wide receivers, okay. It's in totality. Why would I believe that I'm going to add Aaron Rodgers to a team that is not measurably better than the team he was last year, and they're suddenly going to be Super Bowl contenders, especially when I'm looking at you got to go through the Chiefs, the Bengals, and you're saying they could win their division? Yeah, they could. When did we jump completely off of the Bills train? Okay, they didn't do what we expected them to do in the postseason. They got run by the Bengals, but that's still a formidable number 2 in scoring offense, number 2 in scoring defense. This feels like the Jets reaching for the shiny object. And if you're not a Super Bowl contender, then this makes no sense at all because you're not growing with Aaron Rodgers. This is the all or none. This is almost, not the cross reference, but this is either like going for Carmelo Anthony, New York thing to do, or this is the Phoenix Suns going for Kevin Durant. And if you don't win now, I think your opportunities are reduced going forward.
I think it's high risk, high reward. I don't like Aaron Rodgers to the Jets, but I've said this before. I think that Aaron Rodgers and his personality would be a toxic personality for these blooming superstars that are very young and I would assume still impressionable in New York. Shady hit on it. You got Breece Hall. You got Sauce Gardner. You have Garrett Wilson. You have Mekhi Becton. Nobody talking about beast left tackle missed all of last season.
He's a beast, though.
I do think, Slick, you hit the nail on the head. I think the Packers and the Jets rosters are comparable, but the Jets roster played much better. If I was just drawing names out of hat, yeah, I'd say they're equal. But the Jets roster played significantly better than the Packers roster played last year. I think to answer the question now in totality, yes, at the ceiling, Rodgers makes the Jets Super Bowl contenders. Reason I think so, Jets defense, as I look at the numbers, they only allowed more than 27 points in a loss once. They allowed 30 points once, but they won. I believe they beat
locking stuff up.
They beat the Cleveland Browns 31-30. So they allowed more than 27 points in a loss one time, if I'm not mistaken, to the Minnesota Vikings. So in order for Aaron Rodgers to win in New York, put up 21, put up 24. Now the real question, Joy's asked it several times, is Aaron Rodgers still good?
Right.
That's the question that needs an answer.
I think with the Jets, you don't need him to be Aaron Rodgers to save the day to be that great, right? This Jets team, right? I got to be honest. They was in games with no quarterback at hand at all. Yep. So now if you get A-Rod to just come in there and be serviceable, he still can make some plays. He still can make some passes. They still can win. And then another point that I didn't make is Nathaniel Hackett. If you look at Aaron Rodgers' best years, that was his coordinator, Nathaniel Hackett. And I would just remember from playing on different teams and different coordinators where the coordinator knows me better. Mm-hmm. So I gel to his offense better. I have more success. He knows the type of runs I like. He knows what type of lineman I might need. Same thing with Nathaniel Hackett. He knows what plays on third down Aaron Rodgers does his best. Yep. He knows them. So I like that move. I truly do.
Here's what's most fascinating. The last time the Jets were in the playoffs, it was in 2010. Coincidentally enough, that was the last time Aaron Rodgers won a Super Bowl. Maybe it's a match made in heaven.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.